It's also striking that we have become a society in which there are no second chances, seemingly. And all through our history, the notion that you could redeem yourself and get a second chance, particularly if you were a white person, was embedded in the American psyche. That's something that the Founding Fathers had some awareness of. React to this theory of mine, and that is a predominant view in, at least among white people in America, the ruling class of America. That's a predominant view that people should get a second chance, all the way up until the 1960s, when it finally comes to pass that African Americans have been able to first throw off the shackles of slavery, then throw off the shackles of Jim Crow and everything associated with that, and are finally in a position to say, we ought to be able to live in a world with second chances as well. And it's from that point forward that we become a society that says, no, there's no second chances for anybody anymore.
Yeah, I think that there is some force to that. I mean, I think it's a little more nuanced for me. I think what's happened in the last 30, 40 years, people have been unwilling to say, I believe in compassion. I believe in mercy. What we've been saying is, I'm tough. I'm angry. I'm going to beat up on the people who I don't like. I'm going to punch that guy in the face. That rhetoric and that rhetorical vision has emerged, which has left no room for second chances. We've reduced people to their worst act. And so if you tell a lie, you are just a liar. If you take something, you're just a thief. If you kill someone, you're just a killer. And everybody has been complicit in that, including the media, right? One of the things, we did a little study of the New York Times, Washington Post, et cetera, and they would use the word killer or rapist or thief whenever they described someone accused of those crimes who was poor, who was black, who had no status. But when affluent people committed those same crimes, people who had identity, when a police officer commits that crime, they're called a police officer accused of murder, goes on trial. Firefighter, and even their family members, firefighter's son accused of rape will go on trial. We give them an identity that is not the crime, but for the poor and people of color, we make them the crime. That's how we introduce them. And these labels, I think, have created a world where second chances is seen as something that the weak do. Compassion, that's something for the weak. That's for losers. And I do think it's completely incompatible with our history. Because the truth is that we all want second chances when we fall down. If we tell a lie, we don't want to be judged a liar the rest of our lives. If we want to make a mistake, we want mercy, we want compassion. If you want mercy, if you want compassion, you have to show mercy. You have to show compassion. You can't expect things that you don't give. And we haven't given very much of that in American politics over the last 40 years. I think one of the reasons why it's so hard to talk about racial justice, why it's hard to talk about our history of enslavement and lynching and segregation is that we're so fearful of being punished for the history. Like a lot of people don't want to talk about, we're trying to put up markers at slavery sites and lynching sites and all of that, and people don't want us to do it because they're afraid that they might be punished. And I keep saying, I have no interest in punishing people in America for the things we did during the time of enslavement. But I am unwilling to be silent about those things and allow this narrative to continue. And collectively, we are not doing that in our criminal justice system. We're saying, you fall down, you stay down. You're just bad. Bad, bad, bad. Criminal, criminal, criminal. And I think that's a very unhealthy thing, not just for the people in that system. I think it's a healthy thing for the society as a whole.